She is at the $2. You know better than
No,
that.
it was
The time he was playing.
it was black people in there because you know they had Reggie Jackson and they had quite few black people.
Taz, hell nah. This is not the time. Sounding like Taz. Ma'am, $2. You already know what the lady done been through with those threats about her child being hell no, $2? No. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes we gotta draw the line and be like, no. Just like, no, not that. Some stuff we gotta keep off limits. We can be nasty. We can be dirty. We can be rude and disrespectful. That is what y'all say messy talk is built upon. And ain't nobody trying to change that. We can do that day and night. I don't got a problem with going there. I don't. But I do have a problem when it comes to disrespecting the innocent motherfuckers that got absolutely nothing to do with wishing death upon children, wishing
That's
unalive.
right. We can play this game all day. She dropped me and then bring me back. I'm back. Drop me again, please. And then I'm gonna go on my page and then I'm gonna tear this bitch up.
It ain't normal. Can y'all hear me now? All right. Talking about children, putting kids at risk. Y'all are black parents. Most of us are. Those little kids don't got nothing to do with what's going on. Just because somebody set a trend to do these diabolical things does not mean you're supposed to follow it. You stupid motherfuckers. What would Rosa Parks fucking think? What would Malcolm X and Martin Luther King think about y'all black ass? About y'all black ass. Especially that black Belinda, aka Bradley. What would they think? Are you that you're talking about children? Pretending as if it's okay. Telling the mom you pushed out a bad egg. When day in and day and night, all you do is push out bad, bloody stools. Day in and day out. You have hen rods falling out of your asshole. Day in and day out. You think we don't know on the 21st of February, January, you had to go to Nashville or Knoxville, Nashville, I don't fucking know, and get yourself sold up. See, I wasn't gonna do that to you because to each is its own, and I want everybody to be happy. Whatever you want to do, that's up to you. Do whatever you want to do. You want to bust it. You want it up the ass, take it. If you can take it, get it. But you had to get yourself sold up. You had to get yourself sold up on the 31st of January. You were in the hospital for 4 motherfucking days, nigga. 4 days, nigga. 4, nigga. 4. 4 days. Getting that asshole sold up with every chance of not catching an infection because it was bleeding profusely. And ask me how I know that, brother, man, sis, sissy. How I know that you had to go and get that asshole sold up. That man split you from the rooter to the motherfucker cooter. He made an honest woman out of you. On that day, on the 30th of January of 2025, he made an honest woman out of you. He split your ass. He split you all the way up to the cheek hole, bitch. And you thought you was gonna keep... The reach is long, nigga. This ain't a picnic, nigga. This ain't a barbecue, boy. Just like people send you information, I'm pretty sure they tell me the same thing. So you better check your crowd, brother. And is you healed yet? Because last time I heard in early February that you were afraid to shit in the toilet because you were scared you was gonna bust your stitches out. You were afraid that you was gonna get E. coli in your blood system. That's what you were afraid of. And I would be too. I would be too. I would be too. But you come up on here every day with your Casamigos, throwing your little titties around here, those man boobies, and those skeleton arms, and those skeleton legs, and that big rubber tubba dubby, all around this bitch. Let me clock it real quick. Clock into the next doctor's appointment on time, brother. How about that? Clock in to the next OGBYN since this man had made you an honest woman around this bitch. Clock in on that on time is what I want from you to do. Is to clock into that. Because, brother, you know good and goddamn what. Sometimes I go too far. I have went further enough. I am done. I just want you to understand this. You sorry ass piece of shit of a nigga. Stop talking about children and be a stand-up father to yours. That's what you do. You stop talking about children and be a man to yours. You have girls. You have daughters. And their daughters. I watched you yesterday. You were with your daughters acting like a bitch on the internet. You was with your daughters acting like a hoe on the internet. You was with your daughters acting like their mother on the internet. You was with your daughters acting like T.S. Madison on the internet. You was with your daughters acting like Trina on the internet and not Grapevine Trina, the baddest bitch Trina on the internet. And that ain't cool. I would be confused as fuck if I was them. Is this my mama or is this my mama? Is this my mama or is this my mama? I'd tell on your ass if I was them. Sounding like a flaming one. Sounding like a hot tamale on the internet in front of your daughters. Baby, hey, baby. You even talk to other little kids like you a girl. Y'all better get down. Y'all being too grown now. Oh, what she say? Shut up, hoe. Shut up, hoe, boy. Shut up, bitch. Boy, that's what she said, bitch. She said, shut your bitch ass up. She said, shut your... Ava said, shut up, whore. She don't know who you are. She think you is Medea. And you think those little girls weren't laughing at you? They probably... when Essence didn't tell you. And Essence finna go crazy when I say this. And it's okay. I love you. But Essence didn't tell you when she hung up the phone. You ain't hear Essence in the background when she was like, oh, you so crazy, right? Those little girls said, Ma, Ava said, Ma, and Avery, Auntie Essence, Ma, him gay? No, baby, he not. Those motherfucking children know, nigga. What? You think they crazy? The kids are honest. That's why I protect them and take up for them. Because they're going to tell you the fucking truth. You think, I promise you, I bet you any kind of money. I put my right hand to God. I bet you any kind of money. Essence will never tell you. But Lil Ava asks, Ma, is he gay? Ma, is that a girl or boy? You just like that little... You remind me of that little bitch I seen on the internet a couple years back when that little boy walked up to that boy and he was like, you boy girl. You girl boy, you boy girl. She was like, the man said, I forgot what he said. But the little boy was serious. Because kids gonna tell you the truth. They got no filter. They don't give a shit. They don't care. They are not finna support your feelings. They're not gonna do what we do, us grown-ups, coddle what we know to be what it is. And that is no diss to nobody or what nobody chooses to do. That is absolute. Only thing I want you to do is stop playing. Because you act like a bitch. You quack like a hoe. You sell out. You run your dick suckers day in and day night like a bitch. You want to clock bitches like Nene from Atlanta Housewives. You want to be like her. You want to be like AJ. And Susan Hendricks and Tea Time and Black Diamond. But you know what Black Diamond did? Black Diamond said, you know what? Get your sister ass up out of here. Cause you know something? If you want an ass, you go right on down there and you go and get you one. You want a cooch, you go right down and you go and cut that one off. What you got? Stay the fuck away from me. Mafia kicked your ass out. They kicked you out because you wanted to be Black Diamond. You wanted to be Black Diamond. Those women you admire deep down inside, you just want to be them. I bet you any type of money you imagine yourself as H Bizzle and H Jizzle and H Pizzle and Black Dizzle and Queen Jizzle and Drop Drizzle and Tree Nizzle and Lady Izzle and Messy Ezzle and Big Glock Zizzle and Dime Nizzle for shizzle, my nigga. That's what you want to be. You want to be a hoe. You want to be a hoe so bad that you cannot stand it anymore. Well, let me give you a little advice. And this is man to man. Because deep down inside, your heart is the size of a man. if you want to do that, you can disregard what Trump said, because it's a choice for everybody. We all got choices. No guilt. Disregard everything what that motherfucker said. We all got choices. Therefore, appreciate it. If that's what you want to do, you go right ahead and you go and do it. And don't give a fuck about who cares about you doing it. Get that dick cut off. Get it off. Get it out of there. You want it gone? Get it gone. Cut it off. Chop, chop. Cut it off. You want some titties? Go and get them put in, nigga. All these girls go and get in there, they get appreciate it. They get plants. They get implants. They go and get BBLs, BBWs, 360, lipo, 360. They go and get these things done. They go and do it. They do it. And you won't, and you a man. Go and do it. That's what you want to do. Do it, nigga. Do it. You see all the clout T.S. Madison get? And the other lady that played.
He got clipped. We love TikTok shop. We hanging on by a thread, y'all. We got flagged too, so. Whew.
Unalive, two birds in one, with one stone type of thing. And I mean, I think it was pretty obvious to everybody. So part two, for anything pertaining to Boss Callie, was none of her business. Like, it didn't matter.
That mess was so fun.
$2.
AJ, thanks to you, she's gonna be my profile picture for the rest of the year, bitch. We can play that game all day, ho. Ass.
With that.
Ass. We're gonna play all day.
Hey, Candy Girl. Junior is taking a nap, y'all.
She's not coming up here with this profile picture, bitch. I'm gonna go on everybody's page now with this profile picture, ho. She should have never cammed up and showed the world. She wanted out there, so I'm gonna help her spread it. And what you gonna do? Not a fuck thing, because she should have never came on camera. Once you come on camera on this app, bitch, is now ours, ho. So everybody gonna see this fucking picture, including the mosque that's right around the corner from her fucking house. You keep fucking around with me.
On Mother's Day, I am a woman.
And think I ain't got the number if you want to.
Her an apology because she definitely does owe it, and I was going to do that.
Oh yeah, I know they will love it.
To her on your,
I'm gonna make the bitch telling herself like she been doing.
I want to go to her space and apologize to her, but I do apologize to you, Icebrice.
She would not come up here with this picture and watch me.
Junior is sleeping.
The context of why she used your name, why she.
Yeah, they would, Queen of Broken Hearts. And somebody went over there and laughed at him and said I was talking about him. Did I say anything about Braid? See ya.
Have a good one.
Hell, I was messing with
I didn't
Bryson.
hear you say. What did you say?
I said somebody carried him a bad bone and said I was talking. Somebody carried Braid a bad bone and said I was talking about him.
Jay in the audience, that is the.
I said I was over there fucking with Bryson. I ain't said nothing about that dumb nigga.
She felt like MK.
They were streaming
her own news versus.
Well, I don't. They
didn't start streaming. They wasn't streaming in the beginning.
Yeah,
they started streaming like midway.
They wasn't. They wasn't streaming at first because they were streaming. Dime.
Just curious.
I know these TikTok streets. That was Bo. That was wrong.
Brown.
Oh, he was talking about you. These TikTok streams.
Yeah, because she went up there and started streaming because she thought that he might have wanted to hear what Braid was saying.
Man, why is it that?
Yeah. Damn.
Y'all think that people don't have a.
Thank you, Perp. Thank y'all for the gifts and the taps and the heart.
said you report. You should be reporting your. Who does that? The therapist is there to listen to the client express their woes, not the other way around.
I don't know what case we're on in here, but everybody else live got clips. So
I'm gonna need y'all to actively think before you go to type, because I am going to ask the logical questions here.
Girl, you never ask logical questions. Shut up.
Okay.
I'm going to ask the logical questions. What color is the sky?
But she another thing I will say is that other receipts came about Boss Cali communicated on the back end. Okay, one of the calls lasted for 4 hours. I guess that kind of proves that Boss Cali was not a stranger or just a gifter or just a supporter. She looked at Empress as much more than just her being a common cousin. Like they had a bond. I am. Hey HB, so what are you apologizing for? Boss Cali, when you come back, because moreover, what are you apologizing for? Because I have to go out of my way to defend myself when that should have been something you done not only yesterday, but you should have done.
Braid is back over here. We got Butter, Jaw Dropper, Braid, Mocha, For the Haters, Streamer, and Blaze, and HB on the panel.
What I was told was
Hippie yesterday, Candy.
at a temp, she was asked to be silent and wait until, and not to spoil the second half of the messages. But what I felt like
they was talking about
the messages.
No, he got dropped. He got paid to get dropped, so they dropped him again.
You know what I mean? Like, whatever they were trying to do.
They was talking about
you kind of got left in a bit of a situation
Hippie
when the second half
Blaze
wasn't
playing.
put out there, and you weren't even allowed to provide any type of context.
They were watching some clip.
True. Not only
discussing
that,
it.
but why was I even
I
used
wasn't
to
over
test
there,
the
so
water
I don't
when
really
you
know
said
what
you
was
give
said.
a lot of people? Why did you choose me to test the waters with? It wasn't just you, Imp, but I'm gonna focus on you.
So Bella was trying to make the point that Hippie, collected so much money in Cash App and didn't disclose how much he collected. So you'd never know if you truly got, not you per se, $2, but anybody, whether they really got a certain percentage. So he could have said he collected 500 when really he could have collected 1,000 and only gave you 15% of 500. That's the point that she was trying to make.
To defend yourself.
Yeah.
I truly apologize.
And I think he came up there on the panel, but they were on some lady named Luna story. And I think Hippie said he will be back Tuesday, and I think he said he was dragging everybody that got something to say about him.
Now, Drop Queen came up there and did state, he gave the rules in the beginning. He gave the rules during each round, so everybody was aware of what was going on, and that he gave not just monies that were sent, let's say, just to $2. Like, she didn't just get money that was sent to her. Like, everything that came in, he gave her a percentage off of everything that came in, whether it came in for Nay Baby or whomever. He collected all of the money up together and split the money that way. So they were like, well, 75% is crazy, because the winner got 15, the second runner-up got 10. So they were like, well, 75%, he kept that. That's a lot, but that was his rules.
He does state the rules at the beginning, so
Probably processing
I mean, it is what it is. You don't have to play, so.
I can't even tell you if I accept your apology. You allow my character
But
to
yeah.
be mistreated.
So he said he'll be back Tuesday. I think he was sick.
Everybody on this app know that I stayed standing on business, and I would have never asked you for that. But you had plenty of time to
we
clear
might
it. There was other
hear
panels you could have went to
more
to
on
clear it up.
that
If you
Tuesday.
felt you was silenced on AJ's panel,
Possibly.
you had opportunity to come to my panel last night to clear it up. But you were on AJ's panel this morning and still didn't clear it up. For no reason.
We were supposed to get into it. Like I said, I don't know what happened. I don't know what the other part, that's not my space, but if you went live tonight, I was going to come to your space.
I think what deterred it, it was never about you, Big Boss. I mean, I know you probably thought it was. It was probably promised to you that it would be, but when a certain person seen a couple of people within that thing that they feel like with them too, it was no longer about you. Like I said, it may have seemed that way up until you gave up what you gave up, but part 2 was never going to happen. It was a wrap yesterday. It was something personal for AJ. That's how I feel. Because if it wasn't, part 2 would have been finished yesterday.
You Stevie.
Any of that, it just wouldn't have.
Yeah, I'm
Part
low on
2
coins.
cost money.
I got 5
You should have
cents.
just accepted the bread that you offered up front, so that you could have got your whole entire thing off. So that way, members would have never had to go live and defend herself last night. I do feel like last night you definitely could have requested up in Imp's face, regardless of how hostile it was. I don't care if she had to cuss you out, as long as you would have said, you know what, Imp, I don't know what part 2's coming around, but I will give you this. You didn't ask, etc. Right?
Yep. I agree.
Because it was humiliating.
I'm far from perfect, but I do know how to take accountability, and that was wrong. Drag you.
This lady be talking in circles.
You may as well have, because you didn't clear it up. You didn't clear it up at all. But you also figured out a way for me to send my seat. I changed something. You still didn't clear that part up either, because I didn't ask you to send nothing then again. You still didn't clear that part up. Even when we talked on the phone, I told you, yes, you sent me these messages, but I don't get actually what was being revealed. I told you that I wouldn't be the one releasing those text messages. And that's not what I do on my platform.
Yeah, I don't make Evan on that phone conversation. I apologize even then.
No, you apologize for agreeing for Mad Cow saying that I was using you. You never mentioned 45 or 2,500 to me at all, not one time.
Yes, on the phone.
No, not one time. I would have remembered.
I did.
I would have remembered. I wouldn't have even been here to defend myself. I would have remembered, honey. I would not have said what I said last night if I knew about 4,500.
You said, why would Mad Cow block your blessings? I explained to you that I was going to bless 5 people on the app. Well, I did have that conversation. If I did. Yes, I did say that.
You never said that. That was not even in the text messages.
I didn't text it. We was on the phone. I never said I texted. I didn't.
Yeah, but you sat there this morning and you allowed AJ to say that it was in the text messages, and I knew for 2 weeks when you knew damn well I didn't.
What was in the text message? Wait.
Where was the 4,500 in the text message that you sent me? Where was the 2,500 that you sent me? You literally came to me and told me about the 24. You told me about the 4,500 after everything happened yesterday. You text me and said, "I'm sorry if I apologize. I had to test the water. This is what my mom told me." So you used me for no reason. You could have used anyone. Why choose me? It doesn't make sense. Why choose me to test the waters?
It wasn't just you, because it was a lot of people.
So then my question is why did it come to the app if it wasn't just me, if there's several others?
Oh, it's several others. It was.
So why those others weren't revealed?
We didn't get to even get through a lot of it. That's what I was trying to explain to everybody.
Who's we?
On AJ's, when we was in AJ's space, and I told you, because AJ even said it, she had to crop out. I did not make that up. That came out of her mouth. but a lot of things did not even get covered, and that's why I kept saying it didn't hear it now.
Hold on, where's my closet?
But this morning, AJ asked that when she delivered. AJ asked you, no, but yet you're here on this panel saying things were cropped out. You got to make this shit make sense. I said personal information. Personal information was cropped out. From McDonald's. Yeah, that's what I said. And see, you guys, it's fine, but you're saying today on AJ's panel when she was clearing it up. Real quick, y'all. This is Tea Time page. She's going to be on that page going forward for a while. While she was providing us with that amazing entertainment, she did lose her main page. She's still doing what she can to try to get it back.
TikTok ain't funny.
But in the meantime, for those who are not following Tea Time, go ahead and hit that follow button, y'all. She lost her page to get y'all the entertainment that y'all be looking for. Y'all like the mess, but she made that sacrifice for y'all, and now we're here. So, see, I was telling him earlier that I damn sure learned from your experience, and I will not be following suit. They want entertainment. It will not be coming from those main pages. No, ma'am.
The new guidelines are very, very, very strict. Even for guests, though, you lose your page for guests, too, because I had a guest violation. So it really wasn't me. It was more so like if the guest is in a box and they even putting your box in the box doesn't work anymore because they're taking it for guests. So just be careful.
Yep. So with understanding what all happened, hit that follow button for C because that's where y'all can find her now. For those who's been wondering where she's been at, yeah. As far as my page go, I'm going to be on the Mrs. Bella Leon 2 page. I just don't have full access because I need to go live at least 3 times for 30 minutes. That this week, y'all will see me on that page. If it's diabolical as hell, that's where y'all will find me out on Sundays going forward.
And let me say this: Bray did a good job helping me. So it wasn't from that that part of the live. My live got clipped later as we were getting ready to end by another guest that was a new guest. I think her name was Rebel. So it had nothing to do with Susu, Braid, Trina. None of them were part of the reason why my page got clipped. Just so y'all know that.
Yep, Bray, I will give credit where it's due. He did all that he could to keep things regulated, tried to keep the guests calm, tried to make sure they hit 1 million likes. Gifts flying left and right. The engagement was amazing. They did everything that they could possible. So, hard lessons do get learned, unfortunately.
I do want to say, Kev was replaying my live from last night with this lady boss. When you get to the part, just let me know. I'm going to go back.
Thank you for the gifts.
You invited me up, right?
Thank you, Battlefield B.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
People knew where to follow you. That's why I wanted you to come up.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. When you get to the part of my, if you ever get to the part of my life, you start getting ready and stuff now. But Kev was playing it last night, and she lied so much. She lied so much in that lie. Heard it with my. I don't know where Kev was recapping it from. I need to find out where he was recapping it from. That lady is a liar. She lied about almost all the stuff that she was saying in that box.
He recapped it from Mad Cow's YouTube page.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go and pull it up.
Is that where we can find it so we can hear that part?
I don't know. Blaze can tell you, but
it's on Mad Cow's YouTube page. Mad Cow Reloaded.
Oh, Brutus T said she got it too. She literally did say out of her own mouth that she's never talked to Keon on the back end.
Thank you for the gift.
She did say that. I was listening, so she lied a lot. And I stand on what I said.
I'm eating, but I'm away from the phone, so y'all don't hear me.
And I just say, if you just want to get a bag or whatever from the lady, get a bag from the lady, but do not want to get a bag or whatever from the lady, get a bag from the lady, but do not confide is predatory. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. That is what. Please be careful. If you get the bag, do what you do, but just be careful of what you give her. But just be careful of what you give her and what you tell her.
And then we're going to say about that Mad Cow clip.
Personal information.
At this point, it doesn't make sense to me. And maybe you feel it makes sense to you, but it doesn't make sense to me. You were on this app all night last night. You had more than enough opportunity to come up on my panel and say, I never said these things. That should have been the first thing fell out your mouth the moment you got on AJ's panel. You still chose to be quiet.
Where was I on this app all night? I'm sorry, no, I didn't hear you.
You texted me all while I was live, honey, so you were up.
Oh, because things was being sent to me.
So therefore you knew I was live. I texted and I showed the chat. You knew I was live. You still didn't come to clear it up.
Didn't I text you, Icebrice? Didn't I text you and say, oh, you're on sub only?
And didn't I tell you that you were a mod and that you could still come into space, and I was make sure that you was able to come into space?
Yeah, you did say that.
Okay, so but you didn't appear though. But yet I was in the comments of AJ's and you still didn't clear it up. When you had the floor to clear it up.
No, because in AJ's space, no. On the blogs, I'm sure somebody got it.
Because this morning you couldn't unmute yourself and say, no, I did not send Empress to 4,500.
No. That's what's morning.
And you didn't clear it up.
Yes, I did.
I will hear you cleared it up because I left out. I will hear you cleared it up because I left out there and I went and set another live to listen.
Yes, I did, Icebrice. I did.
She cleared it up, but again, like I told her, it didn't even matter at that point because it was no longer about you. It was actually not even about you yesterday. It was just an opportunity where it's like two people are involved and I need that from them. And this is an opportunity. You know what I mean? And she took it. It was never about you. That's why part 2 didn't happen yesterday or today. It didn't even matter anymore at that point. Even this morning when you cleared it up, it was too late. Empress had already cleared her name. So Empress thing is, if you can text me,
clear it up, and I know what I did. I'm sure it's gonna be on the blogs, but when Susu asked me, it was definitely.
I'll definitely look and see.
Yeah, it was definitely.
I just know when I left out for about the 30 minutes I sat there, nothing was cleared up. I know when I sent it over at $2, nothing was still cleared up. So it must have happened once I got off the app. And if you said you cleared it up, then okay, you did.
Yeah, I cleaned it up because Susu was.
I just felt like it should have been cleared yesterday. I just felt like it should have been cleared yesterday.
I would.
Another thing too, Big Boss, I believe that the reason that you couldn't clear it up yesterday is because you were told to keep quiet because that affects part 1. And you guys are supposed to do part 2 today. But it was getting out of hand regarding the Empress scene. I would have given a damn what they had to say. When you were in my panel, that's when I would have just said the M thing is cap. We did this because blah, 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 blah. Where you went, blah, 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 blah. Where you went, Amp went live. I would have said, situation with you and Amp. I hate that. I'm glad that Empress's name is clear. And I'm glad that you took you took some accountability. I did get the other half of all the other messages. And that, okay, because it still mad how it pissed me off yesterday. I was understanding her side. Okay, so she became very defensive, like she's been doing for the last 24 hours. But now I don't get it. After reading the messages, I too, and this was. I only got angry with bosses that you knew I didn't do that to you. You knew I never treated you that way. I never disrespected you. I never asked for nothing. I never done nothing to be treated in the manner that I was treated. And I did tell her that on the back end yesterday when we talked. I told her that. I said, this shit is wrong. I also said that I didn't even know that Mad Cow got down like that when she first brought it to me. I didn't even know that she had a problem with me.
Yeah, Icebrice did, you guys. Icebrice did, you guys. She did tell her form. She is not my type at all. I would never at all. I would never beg for no pussy. Told to me, I ain't never tried to talk to you. I ain't never tried to act. I ain't never did none of that. Now, never tried to act. I ain't never did none of that. Now, talk to me. Oh, so that's not true. Okay, well. Even this person. And because when she did show the cash tag messages, she was just showing that it was not anything that she requested. Now,
Hey,
looking
y'all.
at the cash
I'm
tag
back.
messages, people and myself even imply like, dang. I don't never. Hey, I'm a woman. I'm 40 years old. If I like somebody or interested in somebody, somebody's fine. Never said that. Oh, okay. I was only showing that. I was showing the people. I never asked for anything. Look at the times that she sent it. I never asked for nothing from her. I never asked to prove that I never asked for $2,500. I never received $4,500. Nothing that was said, I did. I came to clear my name. Now, y'all can't be mad that y'all got subs looking for more than that. Y'all know y'all got a little bit of piss. Don't be mad at me. Y'all know y'all should have been over there doing it because y'all know I don't do dirt. Y'all know that ain't my forte. So don't send me no more shit, y'all. Because I ain't gonna get it right because I don't do that. She did struggle. Like, yeah, I just want to make this clear because, like, from the phone conversation that you and I had for the 4 hours, you, like, to me, and this is my opinion, you told me, like, hey, you did a good deed. I see why you're upset. But then, last night when stuff was being sent to me, you were making it seem like I was mad because I didn't get I would have never want. What could she give me? What could she add to our table? And I could agree that I was angry because I felt like looking at the clips, you didn't clear shit up. So yeah, I was pissed. Like I was pissed the fuck off. Like you got to be kidding me if I talk to you. If I didn't even come here to release it, why? Because it's not what I do. I said this to you on the phone. I don't do this. It was kind of pointless for you to send it to me because I don't do it. Yeah, and I just asked for your honest opinion. I wanted your honest, raw opinion. I never once said you asked me to send anything. No, I hit you, Empress, and told you, hey, she got me up, and I want your honest opinion. That was it. But I would never ask you to release anything like that because I know that is not you. I know that. So I would never ask you to release it. And another thing I want to say is when people were implying anything regarding Mad calling you and y'all like taking care of y'all's relationship, understand this. Without part two, Messy Talk is gonna come to their own conclusion, okay? They're gonna make one plus one equals 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. We don't know the second part, and it ain't even our fault. That's on whoever was supposed to release it all at once. So at that point, we're only left to just come up with whatever the hell we come up with. And if you say you got whatever the hell we come up with, and if you say you got 6 lives, like maybe we don't know part two yet. And until we know part two, that's just like if you watch the episode of Power. We're assuming with okay. Because HB does in fact give part two. She did. Now
my question for the jurors before I move on to the rest of that clip. Was this whole situation calculated? The players that was involved, the information that was released, do y'all think it was all calculated? Nothing was by mistake. It was all by design. It was all by design. It was all intentional.
Because those messages didn't even need to be in. Were in those text messages.
I believe it was calculated.
Yes, definitely. I believe Boss Chick, she wanted somebody to release that information, so she fished it around there because she was mad at Mad Cow. Just being honest.
I think the real question might be what did those text messages?
Now we're in the right direction.
It had a lot to do. Just had a lot of her personal information in her, and things that were going on with her. So so
let me try to help with that. Try to assist with that question. I ask is if my issue is direct, what did those other messages about other people? What did any of that have to do with me directly upset with you? Is the question.
That's all the way around. Oh, I'm sorry. Those messages had nothing to. Oh, I'm sorry. Those didn't care if other people got hurt in the process. She wanted to hit, and that I heard that lady's interview with HB. I was there on the panel, and I also asked her some questions. Her aim was to get messy TikTok at Cal, and she lied, and she did everything she had to do it, but in there. And if you listen to other clips, you'll see how she lies, how her statements are conflicted, and
down, so I can't see y'all. I mean, I can, but I can't.
this was all calculated. Do you remember maybe 2 weeks ago, HB was, I don't know whether she was on her panel or, on her live or someone's panel. She's saying a lot of people, especially bloggers recorded that. So everybody knew that this day was coming because she said the expo. So, the names that was dropped was a lot of people really, really angry. You're right. Messages that were released had nothing to do with, and then find out monies that over 10K, when Mad Cat evidence wasn't even close to that.
Oh, what's up, K, baby?
This was just the room, and it absolutely did.
Thank you.
It didn't shake the room up because
Clemento
one thing
came
about
up to get gifts
inside of TikTok is you're gonna
for me stream earlier.
put people to the fire. If you're not ready to bring actual receipts
have like
to drop, everybody is gonna call you a bitch.
Yeah, this is
liar.
court.
Called that when
This
was
is Bella's court right
exposing.
now.
Was
This is Bella's court right
exposing
now.
a lot of things were over.
Thank
Up
you for
there and
gifting
said, "Hey,
gifting
drop
them,
it."
the panel,
that was
y'all.
recording.
Appreciate
We kept, the commenters. We kept, the commenters. A few. Nobody would address that. So it's just, so it's just, it's just, so it's just a woman scorned.
Going to walk around
She was
the block,
hurt. She was
block
hurt.
or something.
She put, that's basically what it was. She threw a fishing pole out there, thinking that, hey, it was gonna be something. Bad Cow took a grab to be like, hey, I need. Now you got to push it. To be like, hey, I need. Now you got to push it down. I'm gonna do whatever the situation. Huh? I'm gonna go ahead and flirt a little bit back, but it got too far out there, won't it? It was what it was. It was. This is somebody is hurt.
I told you call him. He ain't no calling you. I know.
For some goods.